What's going on, guys? It's Colin here for NextGenTactics, and I'm bringing you a little bit more squad deathmatch action with the shotgun, because some of you had actually requested that I give some tips on how to play Lone Wolf. So first, why don't I just talk about the kit that I'm running. I'm running the Spaz 12 pump-action shotgun, M1911 sidearm with C4 on the assault kit, with a lightweight pack and magnum ammunition. And the reason that I've chosen those particular specs is, well, first off, let's start with the lightweight pack. I like to have that so I can get around the map quickly, because deathmatch is in fact a race, and I want to be able to move through situations where my shotgun's not at the advantage, get through open areas quickly and sort of juke and be able to avoid enemies so I can take them down with the shotty. And I'm running magnum ammo not for its effectiveness on the shotgun, but because when I'm in a situation where I have to use my sidearm, I want it to deal as much stopping power as possible. I'm running the assault kit so that I can resupply myself, because I am in this game by myself, although I do have some random squad mates. And yeah, my vehicle spec's not really important, because the only thing I really plan to do with the vehicles is blow them up. So when I'm playing Lone Wolf, I usually figure that I'm going to have to pull out 25 to 30 kills in order to win a game. And even sometimes when I do that, the team doesn't take down the win. So, I'm not communicating with my teammates. I kind of just have my headset disconnected. I'm listening for the game sounds only and just trying to go from there. And I don't want any teams to be able to take advantage of the tank, so I booby trap it. I see a guy going for it, and so there, I pop my C4 and blow it up. So right here, an awareness failure on the part of my enemy. He runs right by me, miss with the shotgun. I shoot him in the back with my sidearm. So things are going pretty well. This is a good way to start the game, but as you can see, I've been quite productive, and I'm still losing by 5 or 6. So the thing that I keep in mind when I'm playing, especially by myself, is that in deathmatch, squad deathmatch, KD isn't important. So I know that might be a little bit of a controversial statement, like of course KD is important, but in reality, you are spreading your deaths ideally among 3 other squads. So you can go even, you can go negative, and still pull out a win and still make a contribution to the team. So here I know that I'm going to have to be really aggressive to get a lot of kills quickly, and that's going to involve me basically sprinting around the map to get into hot spots and, hopefully blast my way out of a bunch of tough situations in order to rack up a lot of kills. And in doing so, I'm going to take a number of deaths, but I'm not worried about my KD. I'm just worried about the leaderboard, and I'm just keeping track. And if you keep running into the same squad over and over and over and dying, then yeah, you're giving them a big boost. But if you're moving around the map quite a bit like I am, then you're spreading your deaths around. So really, it just comes down to your kill count. And right now, I see that a squad's taken to the tank, and if my teammates don't take the initiative to drop it, then they can pick up a lot of kills. And I'm trying to keep up with them on the leaderboard, so I'm going to take it upon myself to get rid of this tank, and I'm going to toss this stick of C4. It's a bit of a fail. It catches the building. The second one's a direct bullseye, and I take down this tank and 3 enemies with it. So, yes, I run right in harm's way in front of that tank, but I went 3 to 1 with them. So in a deathmatch, that is a good result for me. Right now, again, I spawn in, and I'm just sprinting around the edges of the map. I'm trying to stay in situations where I'm in close quarters as much as possible, so I'm going to weave in and out of buildings, but I don't want to camp for too long. When you're running by yourself, or really in any situation in deathmatch, unless you have a coordinated squad and you're going to camp out and hold down a building and try and frustrate the opponents into coming back for revenge kills over and over again, camping typically doesn't pay off in deathmatch. You want to move around the outside of the map. You want to look for the spawn points, the hot spots, and just get as many kills as possible quickly. And if you take some deaths, no worries. Right here, I'm going to chuck a grenade up over the hill. I don't suspect that there's an enemy there. The only reason that I threw that was, because I don't have a recon with me, I want to listen to see if any enemy calls out that there's a grenade close by. And if I hear that, then I know that there's an enemy at the top of the hill, and I proceed with caution. But because I knew that I was in the clear, I didn't hear an enemy call it out. I just sprint up over the top and pick up that kill. I'm going to turn on this guy, and as you can see, the shotgun is really effective in this situation. Now, I prefer running a pump action just because it's fun, but there are other shotgun options in the game. There's a Saiga, which is a semi-auto shotgun, and the USAS 12, which is a fully auto shotgun. And those, with the buff to the effectiveness of buckshot, which was part of the patch just before Map Pack 7 came out, Those two shotguns, the Saiga and the USAS, those border on overpowered, really. So, if you're struggling and you want to use a shotgun, you can give those a try. With Magnum ammo, they have a pretty good effective range, and it's not a pump action. So, another tip that you can use if you want to go with a pump action for that one shot, one kill in at longer ranges. Here I make a mistake, and I go out in the open against a number of different opponents, and I get taken down. But after you fire your shot, you can actually hit the button to change weapons quickly twice, and on Xbox that's YY. So you do the YY cancel to cancel out the pump action animation, and that lets you fire it a little bit faster. And here, I'm just going to rush into harm's way. I'm going to go 2 for 1 again. So I'll do that all day. I'll run into harm's way, take 2 down, and die. No worries. Like that's a good result. And really, again, we're racing, and I want to get these kills quickly because, as you can see, I've lost the lead again. And I don't know how many kills I have at this point, but it's quite a lot. So when you're playing with a group that's more passive and they're employing what you could call sort of a high KD strategy, sitting in a building playing defensively, that's just not going to work out. Right there I see my teammate get blown up, so I'm going to head in the other direction. I don't want any part of whatever's going on over there. And this area with the 2 single-story buildings, that's always a hot spot. So I'm going to keep running back there and just trying to blast my way for a couple of kills. And I should just make one more note about kill death. One thing, though, is when you're in a tight race, you don't want to be waiting to respawn all the time. So, as the opposing squads are racking up their kill count, if I'm waiting to spawn, then I'm not in the action being productive. So, I still want to try and play smart. I don't want to blindly rush through open areas and get killed a lot. But, again, if I can employ some kind of a strategy that has me consistently going, 2 to 1 with opponents, then that's a good day. And right there, get one with the shotgun and one with the sidearm, and Magnum ammo on my M1911 was really my saving grace there. So anyway, I'm going to move on to another topic as I get wiped out and miss my one opportunity to kill that guy. I'm going to be starting a new series here on NGT, and I've got a couple of series on the go with the Back to Basics, and I'm also going to start bringing some specific rush playbooks for particular maps. But I ran the idea past Guns for Hire and Spider Bite, and what I'm going to do is start bringing you videos where I capture all of the in-game communications between me and my squad when I'm actually playing with the other guys in DCRU. So, you can expect pretty much full unedited gameplay. The only time that I'll make any cuts to the game is if there's long periods of no action where nobody's saying anything. But I think some of you have asked for that, and I hope you find it interesting. So, it's going to capture everything we're saying in game. If it's a frustrating game, there might be some expletives, and what I'm going to do is just basically censor out any of the more obnoxious language to keep it kind of PG for for the NGT audience. And so you can expect one of those videos coming up pretty soon. Pretty productive round there, 29 and 9 over a 3 KD, which again, KD is not that important, but I just happened to get into situations where I was going 2 and 3 and 4 to 1 with the enemies, edit out a few pointless deaths. But I hope you enjoyed the game, guys, and I hope you're looking forward to some of the live in-game communication coming up within the next couple of days. Those videos are a little longer. I'm going to present full rounds of this first one will be a round of Rush on Valparaiso uncut, so probably about a 20-minute video. And I guess that's it for me, guys. Cheers. We'll talk soon.
Hey guys, we now have our own website. Actually, we've always had our own website, but why not follow us on there? There you'll find all our videos conveniently sorted into playlists by game, as well as videos from many other directors that are part of our NGT network. And here you can create subscriptions for individual games and only receive notifications for new videos uploaded for the games that you are subscribed to. Isn't that fantastic? No more spam video email notifications. And stay in touch with us on our full featured forums. Remember, all the relevant links are always in the description of our videos. Click on them. Come join us on our website. We'll see you there.